Now I will show you how to do the initial setup of this light system. So we'll take the battery. This is the battery point, this is the power points, and this is the point. So we have to match these both points and attach the battery. So tilt this battery to an angle. So once you have placed it correctly, then just push it and push the battery a little downward. You will see a click, sound of a click, and it will assure that the battery has been placed at the right position. So we have attached the battery. After attaching the battery, we have to take this reflector out. After attaching the battery, we have to take out this Godox reflector and insert the flash bulb at its point. So we have to release this hinge and turn the Godox reflector anti-clockwise, and then it will come out. Now there is an important point in attaching this bulb. You will see a pointer or a circle that is at this point, and also there is a circle mark at the base of this light. So during implementing this light, you have to keep in mind that you have to match this circle with the circle mounted at the base of this light system. So now attaching both the circles marking, I am attaching this bulb. So now as you can see, the flash bulb has been attached with the AD400 Pro body. Now after attaching the bulb, you have to replace the reflector. In similar process, you have to lose this lever, this locking lever. You will place the reflector slowly, and now you will turn this into a clockwise direction, and this will be locked. So now you can see the bulb is placed properly inside the reflector, and this is also locked. And now after that you can place the cap. And now I will show how to start this AD400 Pro light. This is the power button. Single press the power button and then rotate this lever. Once you rotate this lever, then only the flash will be active. Otherwise this won't be active. This is a precautionary measure in this light system, because the power button is at the side. If you mistakenly press the power button, then the light should not be active. As you can see, there are many keys. This is the group or channel button. See, I can change the group A, B, C, D, E. 5 groups are there. This is the receiver mode. Once you power on this button, then this flash will start receiving signal from your trigger. Without this, the flash won't start receiving signal with the trigger. So this is very important. First, this is the second point. First point, you have to power on the button, then you have to rotate the circle, and the third point is then you have to switch this button on. This is the receiver button. Then you have to select the modes. As you can see, there are 3 modes, that is the manual mode, the TTL multi mode, and the TTL mode. With the mode button, you can change the modes of the various mode of the flash. Then come to the menu button. With the menu, press the menu button and you will get a list of different types of settings you can do with this light. You can change the color. You can set the light into a slave mode. It is in master mode. You can change this into S1 or S2 slave mode. The LCD brightness you can change. You can change the ID of this light system. This helps when many photographers are using the same type of light, then this helps in eliminating other photographers trigger with yours one. Then you can set the beep sound on or off. Once the light system is ready to fire, then it gives a beep. You can reset all the values of this system. Next comes the H button. This is the high speed sync button. Once you activate it, the light will go into high speed sync. This is the prop button or the model lamp button. With the help of this, you can switch on or switch off the model lamp. And this is the trigger button. With the help of this one, you can fire trigger. You can fire a shot, the test shot. So friends, thank you for watching this video, and if you like this video, please like, share and subscribe to our channel so that we can produce more good videos for you in future. Thank you. Have a nice day.